Hello, so since the last video I hit 70,000 views, which is a completely arbitrary landmark and a number which, as far as I know, has absolutely no significance, but nevertheless, to celebrate I thought I'd do something a little bit different. So what I thought I'd do is read out some of my favourite comments that I've had over the years. I've not replied to all the comments I've had, but there's some which have really stuck out in my memory for either good reasons or some not so good reasons. So let's make a start. On my very first video, Sea Levels and Gin and Tonics, Emmanuel Delahaye said to Fiogetekunet, I'm sorry if I've completely murdered your name, they were having a bit of a debate, and this sentence was said, which is a sentence I've never seen on any other YouTube video debate ever. Okay, no problem. We are civilized people. That is wonderful, and gave me the kind of misguided impression that maybe every discussion that ever took place on my YouTube channel would be just as polite as this. Unfortunately, wasn't the case. So let's move on to my second video, which was called Global Warming and Warm Sweaters, and it was by Maximus Minimus. This is not science. This is just the usual hand-waving bullshit and childish theatrics. Science does not work on consensus, which has never actually existed in the first place regarding the anthropogenic global warming hypothesis. Science is not a democracy. Well, actually, Maximus Minimus, I kind of agree with you there. I mean, first up, it's important to say that the majority of climate scientists do think global warming is happening and is mostly caused by humans. But there have been times when a minority of scientists have been right and the majority have been wrong. Take a look at when quantum mechanics was invented. A lot of people were like, whoa, no, not cool with that. But now we use quantum mechanics for everything from our cameras to our phones. The science of greenhouse gases has been around for decades and decades, and what we're seeing is that it's gone from being something that we're not very sure about, we're not sure whether we can see its effect in the real world, to something that the vast majority of climate scientists agree is happening because there's evidence for it in everything from global temperatures to the way rainfall patterns are changing. Okay, let's move on to the next comment. So this was on my video Climate, Weather and Romance, in which sort of fail to get a date, but I do talk about climate change, so get to do one of the things I love. So this is from Karsten Haustein, and he says, fun fact, happened to me in real life, aka online dating. I'm not sure if he means the exact conversation happened to him in real life, or he just ran into someone who looked a lot like the female version of himself. Either way, I'm glad to know my experience isn't that unusual. Okay, next one was on my first Climate Chats video. Yeah, my first Climate Chats video. Climate Chats, Chatting Climate. 312 East West says, the climate has been changing since the beginning of time, not because of man-made CO2, but because of the combination of sunspots, solar wind, and the Earth's wobble. Why do you think they stopped using the term global warming? Well, first up, we never stopped using the term global warming. We still use it, and I used it in the title of one of my last videos. As for the fact that the climate has changed before, you know, you're right. The climate has changed before due to certain natural causes like volcanoes or changes in the Earth's axis. But scientists have thought of that and they have tried to check whether that's happening now, and no, it isn't. But they see a really close match between what's happening on the Earth to what you'd expect to happen due to carbon dioxide. Someone should make a video about this. I did. Okay, next comment. This was on my Climate Chats, all about Leonardo DiCaprio's Oscar, and it was by Tashi M. Adam, you're cuter than Leo, don't worry. I love the idea that I was genuinely worried that I was less good looking than Leonardo DiCaprio. Of course, I know that I'm better looking than him. Okay, next up, it's from Igmano Kondo, also on Leo's Oscar. Where do you come up with this BS? Last year was not the hottest year on record. So I'm going to assume for my own sanity that BS stands for brilliant science. But I get my temperature data from the UK Met Office, NASA, NOAA, I think you pronounce it, NOAA, and from the Japanese Met Office. Where do you get your data? Okay, next comment from John Bowles on my last video, Climate Chats, Climate Pictures. John says, yes, climate change exists. It always has, always will. You cannot stop it, and the hockey stick has been debunked. But go ahead and stop using electricity, stop driving, stop heating your home, do your part, more than making your videos, or go feed yourself to a polar bear. Well, John, making my videos doesn't mean I'm not going to do my part in any other way, but thanks for the tip. Those are all great suggestions for how I could lower my carbon footprint. And actually, the hockey stick hasn't been debunked. Lots of people have tried to look at past temperatures using similar or different techniques, and they get more or less the same result as the original graph shows. And I was just about to go feed myself to a polar bear as John suggested, but fortunately in the nick of time, MS commented on the same video saying, "Keep making videos, and for climate's sake, do not feed yourself to a polar bear." You know what? I'm gonna go with MS on this one. Thanks a lot for watching. Make sure to leave a comment below to let me know what you thought about all these comments, and subscribe so you don't miss all the future videos. They're going to be coming out every second Thursday, so tune in a fortnight to see what's new. And check out the last video I did, the last full ClimateAdam video I did, which is called Hot Planet Hot Meals, I think. Well, click and you'll find out what it's called. Until next time, bye. I don't really know what to say to that. What do I say to that?